We're just watching it. So
we've got a guy closely watching.
We know a man.
Yeah. He's right here. Michael Lowry. See, look, you can't even take him away from watching it. He's always watching it. But you're with us now to talk about some interesting developments as far as past storms are concerned.
Yeah, there was a new paper that came out, a peer-reviewed research paper from a group at the University of Wisconsin, and they went back and they looked at our strongest storms that we've had in the record books across the world. In the Atlantic Ocean, we have pretty good records. We're pretty confident in our records in terms of what the strongest storms are. Not so much though when you go across the world. We have different forecasting agencies. They use different metrics. They use different wind averaging periods, and it basically muddles the water. So they went in and said, look, we're going to figure out for once and for all what are the strongest storms, and these are the new estimates that we got from this paper. And they basically, since 1979, they only were able to go back to 1979 because that's as far as the satellite record goes back. The strongest hurricane on record was Hurricane Patricia in 2015. They estimate those winds at about 210 miles per hour. That's followed by Super Typhoon Haiyan in 2013 with 203 mile per hour. This is sustained. This is winds over a 1 minute period. Sustained winds, guys. This is not gusts. This is sustained. And then Tip in 1979 with 199 mile per hour winds. Those are some impressive storms. Also interesting is that 3 out of the top 5 in the world have been in the last 7 years alone. And they did sort of draw the comparison here and the link to the potential here of climate change and the impacts of climate change on our strongest storms getting stronger.
So Patricia would be the new world's strongest tropical cyclone on record. That would be something, huh?
Yeah.
You know what else is something?
Yeah.
There's somebody that's actually been through Patricia and Haiyan.
Yeah.
We got a guy, right? Josh Morgan, who is an international storm chaser. Josh, Patricia could go down as the strongest in recorded history. You rode through that eye. What were your thoughts when you were riding through the eye of that particular hurricane?
That one was all about survival. You know, every hurricane, I go into it wanting to document it, record things, take observations. That one was, I ended up squeezed with 7 other people in a bathroom under a mattress. That was what the inner core of that hurricane was like. There was nothing, there was no more discussion of measurements or filming. It was like, how do we get out of this alive?
Yeah, and I can't imagine Haiyan was much different. You know, we look at, just a couple mile per hour difference, but also super intense on the other side of the world.
Yeah, Super Typhoon Haiyan, you know, the frightening thing about that was that seeing this Category 5, what on our scale is a Category 5 core, hitting a large city of 200,000 people head on and just being in that, just like basically a nuclear bomb being dropped on the city. And that's what I'll remember about that one, was seeing the impact of that ferocity on a major population center. I'll never forget it.
Josh, less than 30 seconds, but these aren't storms. It's not as if we saw these coming, that they were going to be the strongest storms on the face of the planet. What on earth, I mean, what are the odds that you would chase the top 2 here of strongest storms since 1979?
Yeah, you know, it's not high, but, you know, lately, the last few years, I've been just going after everything, and it's because of this, because you never know when the record's going to be smashed, and when it is, I want to be there.
Very good point. Josh Morgan, thank you so much for sharing your experiences. Michael, thanks for sharing that new research. Pretty incredible stuff.
It's amazing stuff. Hey, stick around. Weather Underground will be right back.